Floods, a perennial challenge for humanity. At the outset, it is imperative to acknowledge the multifaceted impact of floods, a natural calamity that perennially tests the resilience of humanity. This video delves into the various dimensions of floods, encompassing their causes, consequences, and the measures necessary for mitigation and adaptation. The genesis of floods. Floods are primarily the result of excessive rainfall, rapid snowmelt, or a combination of both. However, their genesis is not merely a meteorological phenomenon, it is intricately linked with geographical, hydrological, and increasingly anthropogenic factors. Riverine floods occur when rivers overflow their banks, inundating the surrounding areas. Coastal floods are the result of storm surges, often exacerbated by sea level rise, a dire consequence of climate change. Urban floods, on the other hand, are largely attributed to poor urban planning, leading to inadequate drainage systems unable to cope with heavy downpours. The climate change conundrum. The spectre of climate change looms large over the issue of flooding. The increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events attributable to climate change have altered the hydrological cycle. Warmer air holds more moisture, leading to more intense precipitation events. The melting of glaciers and ice caps, a byproduct of global warming, contributes to sea level rise, increasing the risk of coastal flooding. The human dimension. The human aspect of floods cannot be overstated. Rapid urbanization, often unregulated and unplanned, exacerbates the risk and impact of floods. The concreting of green spaces reduces the Earth's natural absorption capacity, leading to greater runoff. Deforestation for agricultural or urban development destabilizes soil structures, increasing the likelihood of flash floods. Economic implications. The economic repercussions of floods are colossal. They disrupt livelihoods, damage infrastructure, and strain economies. The agricultural sector in particular bears the brunt, with floods often washing away fertile topsoil and ruining crops. The cost of rebuilding and rehabilitation post-floods imposes a significant financial burden, often diverting resources from other developmental activities. Social and health consequences. Floods have profound social and health consequences. The displacement of populations creates immediate humanitarian crises, with the need for shelter, food, and medical aid. The aftermath of floods often sees a surge in waterborne diseases, exacerbated by the contamination of water sources. The psychological impact, including trauma and stress, is equally significant but less acknowledged. Cultural and environmental impact. Floods also have a cultural and environmental dimension. The submergence of cultural heritage sites can lead to irrevocable loss of history and identity. Environmentally, floods can lead to the loss of biodiversity and changes in ecosystems. However, it is noteworthy that floods also play a vital role in sustaining wetland ecosystems and replenishing soil fertility in certain regions. Mitigation and adaptation strategies. Mitigation and adaptation are critical in managing the flood risk. Mitigation involves reducing the risk of flooding and its potential impact. This encompasses both structural measures, such as the construction of levees and dams, and non-structural measures, such as land use planning and flood forecasting systems. Adaptation, on the other hand, involves adjusting to the flood risks. This includes building flood-resistant infrastructure, restoring natural floodplains, and implementing early warning systems. Community-based approaches where local populations are involved in risk assessment and management strategies have proven particularly effective. The role of technology and innovation. Advancements in technology and innovation play a pivotal role in flood management. Remote sensing and GIS technologies are invaluable for mapping flood-prone areas and modelling flood scenarios. The integration of AI and machine learning in weather forecasting and flood prediction has enhanced the accuracy and timeliness of warnings. Global cooperation and policy implications. Flood management transcends national boundaries, necessitating international cooperation. Shared river basins and coastlines require collaborative approaches to flood management. Policies at the national and international level must be informed by a thorough understanding of the multifarious nature of floods, and should be underpinned by a commitment to sustainable development. Conclusion. In conclusion, floods present a complex challenge, one that is intricately linked with environmental, social, economic, and cultural factors. The increasing severity and frequency of floods in the wake of climate change underscore the urgency of addressing this issue. Effective management of floods requires a holistic approach, combining scientific understanding, technological innovation, sound policy making, and international cooperation. As the world grapples with the myriad challenges posed by floods, the resilience and adaptability of humanity will be tested like never before.